on here, and if you want to support us and keep us going,
I'm back.
a small monthly donation, $5, will help keep our server overheads low and create a whole swath of new servers. But it's not without perks to you. Get the end of round immunity, sweet custom text, kill cam messages, a reserved slot, so you never have to wait. All the good perks. For more information on that, see Critsandvich.com. Let's hop into the action here. WR Spiller, trying to be an amazing demo night, does successfully take down a heavy. I think that was either Isisic or Balubish, before getting mopped up on the car himself. We're off to a resounding performance here, but I'm wondering, as always, how this choke point's going to turn out. Because it seems like teams can do so well up to just about right here where blue team is right now, and then get walled extremely hard. So as that car enters the threshold, two heavies on it, completely unfazed by the sentry. They do actually manage to cap, and there are just a boatload of bullets pouring out. Blue team just unfazed at this point by any sentries, any defenses that red could have mounted. And red team might have to consider changing up their strats a little bit, because blue team seems to be a juggernaut right now. Two snipers, Crablord Esmeralda and Pete the Plumber, trying to maybe clear that card out. Neither gonna find Ego Dude. E-Dog Dude, excuse me. Looks like that's for now all they can do. As a suicide charge from Unreasonable, gonna take out both snipers. He does with barely any help left. Some tons of stabs coming out of Luggett, doing some great defensive work as a spy. He does not get out of there though. Granado has a rain blower ready and waiting for him. And this little downtime, maybe blue can use it to get some sentries set up, or red, excuse me, can use it to get some sentries set up or something. Poppin' Fresh is discovered by Ruckus, who's got that, Texas, no, what is it, the spiky thing, whatever it's called. The spiky thing, that's what it's called now. Well, that card is going to be moving, that turntable has switched into position. And blue has the opportunity now to keep advancing that card. But maybe red will turn the tides here. Maybe they'll use this choke point more effectively than they did A. Gross Bagel trying to eke out a sentry, trying to get a little corner sniping going on.
I'm trying, I know.
That sentry just being picked up, healed up too much by Ruckus. He scores a headshot on the engineer Ruckus. That's going to free up the sentry. A red Uber now popped, a blue Uber popped as well. They're going to stall each other a little bit. Meanwhile, that cart not moving at all. As Isaac hops on, says, "Team, I got broad shoulder." WR Spiller says, "No, you don't." This is a free-for-all in the courtyard here. Balubish trying to soak up some kills of those stickies. Takes out Spiller. Was in desperate need of some help. That cart looks clear. I don't see any sentries or anything like that. Southern Hospitality, that's what it's called. Geez, it took me forever to think of it. Anyhow, blue team on that cart, getting a heavy medic combo, which is such just a disruptive force. Any defenses or sentries or stickies or anything that red might have just get completely delocalized by heavy medics pairs. The heavy can just stick by the cart, and the medic can just stay alive. It's such a ridiculously broken combo on payload maps. But who am I to complain? I'm only a spectator. Honor of Silent, looking to take down as many blue as he can in a hail of bullets. He's got 3, he's got 4. He's got a teleporter to his name and is picked up with an Uber. He's going to be just fine. Going to score 5 kills before being put down by Ice and Memories. Two of them picking up 2 kills of their own. Well, it seems like the points get continually harder to cap from here on out, either due to travel time necessary or obstacles such as the hills, just even better positioning by red team. So we'll see if blue can keep up this momentum. Already 2 points ahead in this round. It's not too shabby of a start with 8 minutes and 45 seconds on that clock. And I know that seems like a ton of time, but as we've seen time and time again, it's really not that much. It can evaporate in the blink of an eye. Honor of Silence tries to get out of there, but Isaac and his medic are just too strong. You can't heal yourself out of a knife. As TP Luggage is oh so eager to prove. Cart now making steady progress. It's at the bottom of the hill. It's always a dangerous place for it to be. Cobes gets blown up. I don't know if he has a dead ringer out. I don't think he did. Fruit Roop scoring a kill there for being on the receiving end of the scatter gun. Blue team with an extremely strong showing. They're going to end up pushing the car up the hill. Code, though, could have pushed the cart the rest of the way had he been alive to finish the Jurb. Cart going to roll back down the hill. It's going to give Red a little bit more breathing room in his back. Blue team now with a ×2, ×3 on the cart. No red in sight. I think this is going to be the C cap point for them. And maybe they might make it up the first hill, or the next hill, excuse me, in the final push to 4 points. Heavy now hopping on the cart. Isaac trying to take out WR Splitter. Can't quite find him. Splitter just going nuts with that katana. Isaac finally cleaning him up there for having his spine separated by a, is that a kunai? I don't know what's his name? Balubish is using. Speaking of Balubish, his sentry just doing a decent job of stopping any red counter push, any attempt to retake the threshold, as Crablord, Esmerella, and Spiller are quick to find out. MVPs for the moment: Balubish, Poppin' Fresh, Isaac. Engineer, Spy, and Heavy at blue. Lolsman, Crablord, Esmeralda, and TP Luggage bringing up the red MVPs as a Soldier, Demo, and Spy, respectively. Luggage with a buff bannered. Oh, he had a buff bannered ambassador and got backstabbed. Unfortunate turn of events. Super, being sneaky. Being super sneaky. No one notices him. Gonna eventually find, oh, there's a level 3 sentry too. Balubish did move his sentry up. Unfortunately, it gets mown down, and Honor of Silence pumps him full of lead. Punches him full of holes. Poppin' Fresh with 2 commanding backstabs. Gonna clear out a little bit. Red team down, looks like 6 player. Now down 4. Push. Cobes calling for tons of push power, which is what they need. Luggage trying to go for backstab. Takes 1, takes 2. He's gonna nearly take 3. He lands on the Heavy's head, takes 4. Luggage definitely being an MVP player for Red right now. Just all those clutch stabs keeping Red in the game. From on high, Obergog trying to put in work with some sticky. But Ruckus' little level 1 sentry is there, valiantly defending the point. I don't know if I see any teleporters up for blue. I do see a teleporter effect, so they must have one up somewhere. Just going to help them. Ooh, very nice placement for the teleporter. It's going to enable kind of uncontested teleporter. Doesn't really transport up that far, but every little bit helps, I suppose. Poppin' Fresh scoring another backstab on Lol's man. I don't really know what Red needs to do right now. I think they just need to wait. Maybe get a couple of heavier classes. A heavy and another demo or something. For the time being, it looks like whatever they're doing is working. Ruckus is level 2 sentry now, scoring tons of kills. Unfortunately, almost put down. Saved in the nick of time. Forcing a retreat there out of Roast Bagel. 11 seconds left on that card till it retreats. What's with the commentator? Well, when my girlfriend is away, I actually have time to play video games. And I do commentary.
Oh god.
So, if you enjoy it, you can consider visiting us on Critsandvich.com and being a friend to the CSN. Just be a friend. That's all we ask. All we ask you for. Well, Red looking like they've successfully defended for now. Shaved about 3 minutes off that clock since it was captured. Maybe even 4 minutes. If it starts at 9:59, I don't know.
Andrew, you need to change the telephone, man. It's way too far.
5 minutes and 37 seconds left. Red team can defend this quite easily. But Blue can just as easily push in with some well-timed Uber, well-placed stickies, etc. Honor of Silence in an honor battle with Gross Bagel. Bagel comes out the victor. Pete the Plumber avenges his fallen comrade. I am unreasonable, trying to maybe edge out at level 3 sentry. Maybe going for some rocket reflects or something, but he is just sustaining too much damage. And that level 3 sentry belonging to Ruckus, just great positioning, trying to keep it alive for as long as possible. Trying to be edged out by a heavy now. I think that was Flower Vase, and he's forced to retreat.
I'm moving this.
And even though Ruckus might not be topping the scoreboard, he is definitely an MVP this round. Picking up his sentry, saving it from split seconds worth of danger. Nope, blue Uber now popped. I don't see a red Uber answering. In fact, Red's medic is down. That level 3 sentry just being wailed on. Eventually fall, but Flower Vase, the tip of the blue spear gets chopped off. And Red's going to successfully defend that cart, rolling back even further past the fourth elbow here.
Sentry going up. Sentry down.
Ruckus just being the ever-present engineer does try and set up another sentry, but unfortunately Overgod is there
Push forward, guys.
to make sure that that does not happen anytime soon. Cart not quite rolling back. Crab Lord Esmeralda mown down by Flower Vase, but Flower Vase suffering heavy damage here. Rolls a lucky crit streak, not quite able to do anything with it, and then decides to hop on the cart instead.
Push the car.
Cart calls coming at Fruit Root, might be the defensive MVP here, trying to keep that cart clear. Fruit Root laying down a sticky field. Papa Fresh going to get away from enemy damage, barely by the skin of his teeth. He's going to be alright for that. Unfortunately, he's healing up next to a dispenser that's being attacked. Unfortunate, but he'll survive. Red's still defending, 20 seconds left on that cart until it starts rolling back. 2 minutes and 47 seconds now on that clock, about halfway up since we last checked in on it. Pete the Plumber landing kill with some great shotgun tracking. Red Uber now popped. Crab Lord Esmeralda and La Pizza. Uber runs down, they're forced to retreat a little bit. They don't want to overextend too much, which I think is a smart play. Red playing very conservative, which is suiting them well right now, as blue team hasn't really been one to coordinate Uber pushes. In fact, they only I should say Uber push, since they only have one medic. Another medic right now might help them win the game in the last minute, last 30 seconds here, but if they don't get another medic, I just don't know if I see it happening. Memories is in there, picking up his demo of choice is Uzi Guzman. And blue team actually all over the cart. I take back what I said 2 seconds ago. Pete the Plumber looking to clear out the cart from behind. Putting in work, takes out Granada.
Push the car. Need to kill them. Push the car.
That cart successfully defended. 1:40 seconds left on the clock. Blue team has to mount something here. That cart is so close. They really just need to maybe throw bodies at it. I'm not quite sure what the best strategy is. A level 2, maybe a level 3 sentry. It's only a level 2 before it can do anything. Fruit group there to decimate it. Turn it into a smoking pile of rubble. Balubish trying to go for some stabs. Unfortunately, he is able to make it out. He's gonna get cabered. Oh, Wolf's man finds him, cabers him to death.
To death,
Or does he? It was a dead ringer.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
10 seconds left to go in that car before it starts rolling back. It's about halfway along the final stretch of track. And a charge coming in from Uzi Guzman, and he's assisted by Granado. They're trying to clear out the car. Granado, excuse me. Balubish hopping in there, trying to put in some work with that frontier justice. If nothing else to confuse, and where was his blue momentum 2 or 3 minutes ago? Blue is all over the car. That medic needs to get in there. People trying to secure. He's not going to get down. He's going to go to defend the cart. Super on the cart. Finish the job. People just not close enough. Extremely close round there. Coming down to the wire. Map book to be in effect. Granary, the early victor.
I charged in and I wanted for it.
Once again, folks, if you like what's happening here on Critsandvich Network, consider checking us out on the internets, or Steam groups, or anything. Google search Critsandvich Network.
60 seconds.
Network? I think it's network. Let's get a quick peek at hats here.
Mission begins
Rolls
in
man,
30 seconds.
rolling the football helmet. The genuine anger on Unreasonable. I'm wondering if these hats are really going to help him out, because as we all know, hats are probably the deciding factor in games. Pete the Plumber with a soldier's stogie, coxswain, pipe, an exquisite rack. Very nice loadout there. And Granado, or excuse me, Iron Man, being a community supporter there with that map hat. A blue Uber popped now, trying to take out the level 3 sentry. It's just being healed up too much by Cope. Eventually does fall on her silent, securing the kill there, but Red answering with an Uber of their own. It is just a slaughter at the gates here as blue is falling in drove. But the red team might have popped a little bit too soon. I don't know if they can sustain this initial momentum as the three heavies eventually respawn and get to the cart. Throw heavies at cart, win game, folks. I think that's the name of the game right now. Red team might have been a little bit overextended. A nice sentry placement coming out of... is that Cobes? I think that's Cobes' sentry. Excellent placement, just doing work, a little level 1. Fortunately, Pete the Plumber does take it out with some well-placed direct hit rocket. And blue team looks set to capture. I take that back. Super. Some original rockets. Places them in an original location. Scores 2 kills off. And TP Luggett with a knife rain coming down in the barn threshold before eating a crit Ubersaw. La Pizza, or Memories, excuse me, trying to defend this car as best he can. He's only one medic though. He does have an Uber, and that Uber is popped on Guzman. Guzman trying to pain train down a heavy who's being healed up by a medic. Not the best idea, but you know, he does successfully take out Pete the Plumber with a crit. and did make maybe some space for his teammates to really kind of get back in there and defend and retake the interior of the barn. Some stabs, just TP luggage, man. He is everywhere where Red does not want him to be. Scoring those stabs when necessary. 19 seconds left on that card until it starts rolling back, which is quite the high amount of time. Looking like a cap gonna come out there. Lolzman doing what I love to see. Using the cart to defend against the sentry. God, I love to see it because you feel so pro doing it. Too pro for me. Cobes keeping his level 3 sentry up. I'm questioning now how much work it's going to do. It does actually take out Crablord Esmeralda. But when Blue can effectively just go around it at this point, I don't know what it's going to accomplish.
Yeah, me neither, bud.
They're too dumb. They have to go through the sentry, man. That's the problem.
Well, as that turntable starts spinning, Red team might get some breathing room to set up sentries or some sort of static defenses because they're going to need it if Blue team keeps this momentum up.
You don't taunt in the middle of battle.
Sure you do.
I beg to differ. You definitely taunt in the middle of battle if you're a man. Cobe's sentry being sapped. He's going to take the sapper off. Save it there from the nick of the brink of destruction. Two heavies now approaching that honor of silence. When I was going to say Lolzman, but he got backstabbed by Flower Vase. Some great defensive spy work. But it's just too little too late. Honor of silence being a team player with those broad shoulders carrying his team. Uzi Guzman trying to find some targets before he gets pistoled to death by a rocket. And Blue team's about to skirt the first hill here. I guess it's technically the second hill. Or the first major hill. Some backstabs nearly coming out of Flower Vase, but his Spicicle melt. And he melts shortly thereafter. Looks like C's going to be captured up. Honor of silence. Just unwilling to get off that cart. Constantly just pushing with the help of a medic or not. He doesn't really care, because that cart will keep him at plenty of health. The red team forced to defend quite heavily now. This is not what we saw last round at all. This is just quite the steamroll coming out of Blue, and they look very poised to just keep the pressure. As I say that, though, they evaporate, and Blue's nowhere to be found. Red has successfully defended and just stopped that Blue juggernaut straight in its tracks. Blue is sitting on an engineer, so hopefully they can teleport us up to keep just keep that pressure on. The suicide charge coming out of Iron Man. He's gonna find a level 3 sentry, and actually take some crazy moves with a crit streak at the last second.
Stinking butt!
Before getting mown down by that level 3. Honor of silence, just having a ton of honor, being very honorable.
He just got blue trained.
Honoring his team's wishes, etc. on the cart. Yada yada. Lolzman opting to switch from heavy to scout might not be the best move, but as I say that, he is just on that cart, staying alive somehow. It's going to take the entirety of Red to bring him down. Nearly the entirety of Red. Crablord Esmeralda trying to edge out heavy, but Obergog finds him anyway. Says, buddy, I have a really big gun. You can't run away from it. No matter how hard you try, the bullets will find you. Poppin' Fresh looking to secure a kill. Might be discovered. It's a spike by Luggage and Poppin' Fresh. Poppin' Fresh gonna come out on top. Not before being burned to death by La Pizza.
Come on, you gotta learn.
Meanwhile, on that cart, the Ballsman, I was saying that the ballsy move to switch to scout, but he was making it work. Pushing that cart up whenever necessary. Keeping it from rolling back. I think he's just really being a great team player right now, which is what Blue Team needs. They could all take a second to take a page out of his book. Red actually, or blue, excuse me, not actually sitting on a medic, which is definitely hindering them in terms of pushing potential. Love you too, big plays. Love you too. We've seen time and time again, medics are just crucial for securing this interior barn. It can be done without them, but takes quite the coordinated effort. Crab Lord Esmeralda sitting on that Natasha, trying to just slow anyone down. Overgog's going to be his first target, but unfortunately, Balubish is there with some nice pills. Says take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Huh.
Oh, that's funny.
Rollsman still just pushing up that cart, inching it up whenever possible. He's great at just finding windows, but he's getting it ever closer to that level 3 sentry belonging to Unreasonable, which is going to hinder his push a lot as a scout. But maybe he'll just create pressure for his team to get in. Honor of Silence with a crit streak! Crit streak rolls out on him. He's not able to do much with it though. He does take out Overgog, but Renato finds him with a, I think a scorch shot there.
Excuse me, trying to get through, thank you.
Big plays trying to lose some monster arrows, but can't quite get anything off. Coves maybe had been going for some backstabs, but was so deep in enemy territory, he just got melted. This might be the blue push that we were talking about earlier. There still is a level 3 sentry. Crab Lord Esmeralda seems blissfully unaware of it, content to just focus on no one in particular, and that blue push gonna be just walled very effectively by Red right now. Fruit Root being a team play with a level 1 sentry trying to keep it alive. Eventually gonna fall to Code with he had an ambassador on it somewhere. I don't see where it was. Very nice, nice play in there though, keeping the pressure on whenever possible. Blue team is sitting on a teleporter, is not? I'm not sure. Let's check.
Yeah,
they do have a teleporter up. It's gonna help them
Thanks for telling us.
keep the flow, the blue tide rising. Crab Lord Esmeralda just not with any medic, not with any support whatsoever. Overgod gonna get revenge for times past. Flower Base runs into WR Splitter, who takes his head off with that Islander. Cart rolling back now. All the work that Lolsman had done to get it this far, not done in vain, but just being reverted. It's an unfortunate feeling as a scout when you put in so much work on a card and your team just lacks coordination or is just getting decimated and can't assist with the edge that you've given them, especially in these situations, because it's so hard to do much as a scout in these situations where there's so much just explosive fire.
Ooh, what a headshot.
And Uber now popped on Uzi Guzman in memory. Two of them trying to push the front out. They want to be careful not to overextend past the threshold of the barn.
Okay.
Not just barely gonna get away. And that point blank heavy with a great compression blast there. Blue Uber now popped. Level 3 sentry. Still up. I don't think Blue has even managed to scratch that level 3. And lug it. Popping fresh, excuse me. Getting backstab where necessary. From up top, Honor of Silence, trying to gun down whoever he can. Let's find Overgod, and the two of them seem to be in a little bit of a heavy fight. A big old fatty fight.
Is this sentries here? We're good.
That level 3 sentry trying to be picked off now by Honor of Silence. Unreasonable though, just hammering away, keeping it at full health. Two minutes and 42 seconds left on that clock. I'm curious if we're going to see a repeat performance here, a down to the wire finish, as so often happens. That card actually dangerously close and has made quite a lot of progress since we last checked in on it. Over halfway through the last stretch. A blue Uber now coming in, rolling in through the front gates. That's the luggage and his medic lot pizza. They're just not extending far enough though. Maybe getting compression blasted back. That blue Uber is going to be moot. As that cart actually starts proceeding backward. Two demos maybe trying to take down that level 3 sentry once and for all. But it's just so dangerous out there. And, oh no! It does eventually fall. Pete the Plumber, being a team player, taking down the level 3 sentry, and that's actually opened up the window for Pete and Co to get in there. A red Uber now popped and Overgod. He's out of ammo though! Picks up the big ammo maybe, or maybe it was stolen by Super. I missed exactly what happened. Uber popped, click, 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 click. God, that is the worst feeling in the world. And Crablord Esmeralda on that cart, joined by Lolzman. He's going to finish the job. People are on the cart, trying to repeat last round. His defensive efforts, but on the opposite side, unfortunately, Granado gonna finish him off. Guzman trying to go for the pain train kill. Can't quite land it. As Ruckus is there to clean him up with a rocket.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
A minute left and a level 2 sentry back up from Unreasonable. Maybe a level 3 sentry.
I'll try to get a
Gonna help immensely in these last seconds here. Red team really just defending on the edge of their seats here. Blue team has to pull something out. They gotta get some sort of Uber. Super up top.
Mini sentry.
The engineer, no, excuse me, the medic and his target choice soldier. A little bit of help from the spy there. I think it was popping fresh. And that card desperately close. You could literally poke it with a pillow, spit on it, do something, and it will go in. I think that's what she said. I'm not sure. Oh, and unfortunately, Lolzman can't quite find any target. He is mown down by Unreasonable. The tip of the spear, just the tip. 3 seconds left until overtime. There won't be overtime. The card was already rolling. That red team gonna win the game.
Fine.
Well, folks, you've been playing on Critsandvich Network's Chicago Slaybox #1. I'm your host, Fence. We'll have more action.
See you later.